Well, welcome back to the Megan Show. Thank you so much for tuning in. In today's video, I'm talking about my new obsession. The Megan Show. I have accidentally stumbled upon a new passion of mine, digital photography. My work actually bought this camera for me just a few weeks ago. I do social media and PR, so I'm going to press events and taking photos at press conferences and grand openings and meetings. So my work wanted to get me a nicer camera. I had been previously just using an iPhone, an old iPhone at that, so this was a huge upgrade, and they let me do research and pick it out, and I did research for a few days, and I had a $1,500 budget, which was pretty decent, and I ended up going with the Canon EOS R10. And this has been such a fun hobby to pick up. I have had so much fun just going outside in my neighborhood and shooting squirrels and architecture and churches and just anything that I can see. I've also been going outside at work and shooting the buildings in the downtown area, and I've had the opportunity to shoot a demo of a huge building. I got to use the zoom lens. The kit that they bought me came with this kit lens, the 18 to 150 millimeter, and it also came with a 75 to 300 millimeter. This has just been so exciting for me. It's definitely unlocked a new passion, a new hobby, and I am so excited to learn more. So just going into the specs of it a little bit, again, this is a Canon EOS R10 with the kit lens, the 18 to 150 millimeter. Canon EOS R10 is kind of in the beginner family of the R series. Of course, the more professional ones are R3, R5, even the R7. But again, on my research I was doing, I was seeing a lot about the R50, but then ended up going one step up to the R10 to get the best bang for my buck. Again, I had a $1,500 budget, which was fairly generous. I ended up getting a bundle on Amazon that included the two lenses and a lot of accessories, cleaning kits and magnifying, like macro lenses, also like an filter like for brightness outside little kit. It came with a nice bag. It came with a little tripod that was kind of dinky, unfortunately. A few other accessories were a little dinky, but you know, it's okay, and I'm happy to dig into the accessory box in the future. But right now I'm just trying to get as much practice in with the 18 to 150 millimeter beginner. I've gotten a few shots with the zoom lens, again, the demo shots. I'll put a few in that I was able to zoom in again through a chain link fence, get some cool detail shots of that demo. Now that building is all rubble, so it was cool to get those shots kind of in the process of it being demoed. The 18 to 150 lens is such a great variation of focal lengths. 18 again, but this camera is a crop sensor, so you have to do the multiply by 1.6. So 18 millimeter on my camera I think is like 24 millimeters, which is still fairly wide. But the 150 goes all the way up to, I think it converts to like 200 something, 240 or something like that. So it's quite the range on this really compact lens. So I have been able to shoot really cool wide shots and some cool detail shots with this camera. So today I'm actually going to go out to one of our local parks and shoot some nature. I'm hoping to stumble upon a waterfall. I was able to shoot some waterfalls recently, again, at some other state parks in my state. We went down into this area that was super rocky, and shot some really beautiful landscape, like nature shots in that area. It was so gorgeous. So I'm just having so much fun shooting these photos, and also being a beginner with Lightroom. I've never used Lightroom before. I've always heard about it, of course, but I've just never really had the need to start using it. So now I'm processing my raw files into Lightroom and bumping up exposure or saturation, colors, different things. So again, I'm very beginner, amateur, but I'm having so much fun. So I'm going to take you along with me on my nature shoot today. Let's see what we can get. I also want to go through what is in my bag. So again, the kit that my workplace bought me came with a nice professional like backpack type of style, but I wanted a smaller one to go on the go with me, and I got this super cute one off of Amazon. Again, more compact, just nice little strap, but I love how the front looks with that like faux leather look and the two tones. So it snaps there. You can also put this through the hole, but I've never really been able to get that in there. But this snap here does a pretty good job. So it's got like some vertical height there, which helps to be able to fit vertically if I need to pack it in more. But I've learned over the last few weeks that I really need to pare down in this bag. It's rather small. So I do just put the camera in there. I keep the lens on it. It does have a little bit of a cushion lining here, you know, the little pads. I bought this off of Amazon, which is a little cloth that like adheres to itself that I can wrap around the camera when I just want to take just the camera or something. It gives a little bit of protection, and I thought the little pattern was cute. So I've had that on top. Again, just kind of another padding layer. But in this bag, it's got this little Velcro area. And so what I've been doing is separating the stuff on the very bottom. I've got a memory card, little hard case. I've got my second memory card in that I'm actually going to switch out here in a moment. I bought this little thing on Shein that I put the lens caps in. So lens cap and like the body cap. So this little silicone thing, just keep those contained. And I think I've just got the battery stuff here at the bottom. Here's the Canon battery that it comes with. I've got a secondary battery in the camera right now, but this is the most reliable one, of course, actual Canon brand, and this is how you charge it. And I think that's all in the main bag. I've got lens wipes just shoved in the front there. I have this cute little baby tiny tripod that is hilarious. Like, how short is that? But if I want to put it on like a desktop or something, like the camera will stay on there. Like these legs are fairly sturdy. So it's so small, so I've just got it shoved in the side of the bag, and I've got a little tiny flashlight and some napkins and more lens cap or lens wipes in there. So I think that is such a cute bag. It was only like $23 or so, and I just thought that was adorable. So let me switch my memory card out and then we'll go. Okay, I just scouted out the area and I got myself parked, and so now I'm gonna start walking up, but there are some nice trees right here and I want to get a couple leaf shots, so let's do that right now. Tree with pine cones, got to get a couple shots of that. It's a little high, but let me try to get a couple cool ones right up under here. Here is a cool trailhead sign, so let's get a couple shots of that. Not to break my ankle, really good. Check out this gnarly tree. Big old cavern hole in there. Look at how brown, like red brown, that tree is back there. How pretty. This little trail. I'm seeing a lot of downed trees, a little concerning, but look at that one that just goes straight across, a little thin tree there. And this trail is so narrow, it's kind of wild, but it looks cool. See trees going horizontal down there. Wow. And this amazing huge tree here. The big branches jutting out. I mean, that looks, look how crazy that looks. Look at that cute little bridge. This would be cute if I had a model I could take pictures of. That big boulder. This has got to be the right area. I just think there's not enough water to really show that this would be a creek. Here's the view from the bridge. A lot of downed trees, and I swear I just heard / saw a big tree fall up like that way. I heard cracking and falling and it scared me very much. So not sure how much longer I'm going to stay up here, but from what I can surmise, maybe the waterfall would be here, like it comes down and then maybe drips off of that, you know, wide ledge there, but I just don't know that there was enough rain to show water right now. Okay, I made it back out. I am sweating. It is 90 degrees and muggy, and I didn't even go that far, but I'm telling you, when I heard the tree snapping and falling, I was like, oh great, I'm gonna be in a tree avalanche and I'm gonna die. So I got out of there. It was cool though. I'm afraid that I didn't get any like superstar images. I didn't have like a clear subject. Of course, I was just shooting nature. I didn't see any squirrels or birds even. It was just a lot of trees and leaves. But I hope I can edit a few images and make them look halfway decent. So, all right, I'm gonna go back to the car and see if I can pull off anywhere else and get a few more shots before I leave. There is a little skate park here, and while there's no skaters, I'm just gonna get a couple shots of the ramps and stuff, maybe make that look kind of cool. And there is a pond, so I'm gonna take a couple pond photos. Love to get a couple ducks. I don't see any from here, but this just shows why you need to walk around, because I was gonna get much closer to where it's spraying out, like the Fountainville area over there, but I put this kind of tree branch on the left in the foreground and had the fountains kind of blurred out in the background. Made for a pretty decent shot. And I kept going around, looking around, and then look at this little area. Kind of, what are those called? Cattails, or that doesn't sound right. Cowtails? No. Whatever those tall plants are, and then those rocks. And then with the mountains in the background, that's a pretty image. I am gonna go ahead and wrap up this video here. This was a fun little afternoon outing, getting some practice, shooting more nature stuff, and just walking around and shooting what I see. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it's a little bit different compared to more tattoo content that I usually stick to, but this is my new hobby. Ooh, bug. This is my new exciting hobby that I'm super passionate about. So I appreciate you watching. Leave me any constructive criticism in the comments to help me out. Again, thank you so much for watching The Megan Show. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.